Hi, this is Randy from Funeral Funds of America. In this video, I'm going to talk about comparing a Lincoln Heritage $10,000 policy for males age 60 to age 69. Specifically, I'm going to talk about 4 areas. Does Lincoln Heritage offer the best plans and pricing? Is the Funeral Consumer Guardian Society worth paying extra for? And does Lincoln Heritage pay out in 24 hours? And finally, if you have a Lincoln Heritage plan, should you replace it? I can be reached at funeralfunds.com. This is our YouTube channel. You can call me directly, again, Randy at 888-862-9456. So the first thing we need to do is get some pricing to see if Lincoln Heritage is an advantage or not. So this is a pricing quoting tool that I use. I enjoy it because it's very accurate and it's got all the different companies in it. It's for $10,000 for a male. I just put Texas. We'd enter your state, wherever that is. I came up with a birthday that would get us to age 60 and non-smoker. We click get the quote here, and we come down and we find out that the best price company is a company called Trinity Life Insurance Company. We work with them. They're one of the companies we work with and represent. Great company. As you can see, they've got really great pricing. This is called a simplified issue level plan. The level means it's first day coverage. It's not a graded plan. It's not a 2-year waiting period plan. It's going to be the best coverage out there. Comes in at roughly $41. Now, we'll be able to scroll down and look at all these different companies here. And I'm going to show you as we go through. There's nothing to hide here. Go all the way down. Remember, we were $41 roughly, and we'll keep going. We're already up to $50 here, almost $50, getting there. Where are we going to get $50? There we go. Great Western came in at $50. Now we're still going up. We're still going up, and we haven't got to Lincoln Heritage yet. All right, we keep going, 52, 41. Now we're like $10 more a month. Keep going. It's a lot of scrolling. Here we go. Oh my gosh, $60 for the same insurance coverage. So you're paying quite a bit more. This is level coverage. That's exactly what you want, first day coverage. But remember, we were getting first day coverage for $41 up above. So there's not too many companies here that are really more expensive than Lincoln Heritage. But, you know, why would you pay $60 when you can pay $41? That's quite a bit of money. Let's take a look at a spreadsheet I created. So a lot of people don't really pay attention to the numbers, and they listen to kind of sales pitches and things like that and think they got a really good deal. And at the end of the day, they may not have. And again, we're not saying Lincoln Heritage is not a fine company. They just charge really high prices. So let's take a look. We've got a non-smoker here, male, and then I've run ages, age 60 to age 69. I'm going to probably talk about age 60 and 69. But take a look at these numbers. You can look at the exact pricing for your age if you're 65 or 67. I just need to keep the video somewhat short here. So again, our average first day coverage, our best price plan here is $41. Remember, $41.74. Lincoln Heritage came in at $60. That's a difference of $18.64 a month. Now, you know, if you were talking a house payment, that wouldn't be that big of a deal. But if you're talking $10,000 worth of coverage, that's a good chunk of money. In fact, you know, you'll be overpaying right here. If you look at with 1 year with Lincoln Heritage, you'll overpay $223. We don't recommend doing that. So the next question would be is, if you were okay paying $60, how much coverage could you get through this lesser price company by spending the same amount? Well, we did that. So if you were to pay $60 with Lincoln Heritage, you're going to get $10,000. With this lower price company, you'd spend $41 and get $10,000. But if you took the $60,000 from Lincoln Heritage and spent it with this lower price company, you would actually get $17,594. $7,000 plus dollars more coverage for the same amount that you're paying here. That's a big deal, especially for seniors who are price conscious, but especially because inflation is going up and it's costing seniors so much money, so much more than it had in the past. So why wouldn't you, for the same amount of money, $60, why wouldn't you want $17,594 instead of $10,000? So with Lincoln Heritage, that first year, you're going to overpay $223. A lot of people go, it's not a big deal. But if you live 10 years right here, you're going to overpay $2,236. If you live 15 years, you're going to overpay over $3,300. If you live 20 years, you're going to overpay $4,473 on a $10,000 plan. So we don't recommend that. We don't recommend that. Lincoln Heritage, they will talk about, their Funeral Consumer Guardian Society, is being, that's what the extra, they'll save you money. They'll save you money negotiating with the funeral homes and stuff. But look at these prices, and do they actually save you money, or do they overcharge you on the front end? Not saying they're bad, not a good company, and not saying they're not a bad company, but just if you're going off a budget and that's really important to you, that's something really worth considering. So the Funeral Consumer Guardian Society, we have what we feel is kind of a cool deal. We've got a free estate planning guide that we provide to our clients. If you go over to our website at funeralfunds.com, you'll see this free planning guide, and you can just click and download it. You can get it for free and print it out. And that way you can do all the pre-planning. And when you pass away, just keep this with your insurance plan, and your family will know exactly what to do. And you can save a lot of money that way, and really prepare your family for that day when it does come. If not, just understand that the Funeral Consumer Guardian Society is not free. It costs money in higher premiums to do that. And let's say, the whole premise of that program is that, they'll call a few funeral homes and save some dollars here and there, kind of, things like that, help some planning. But you pay for it. So let's say they spent 3 hours. They spent 3 hours working on your family's behalf. Well, after 10 years, you would be paying them $745 an hour to make some phone calls and do some very basic things that your family could do if you had a planning guide to help them out. After 15 years, you're paying them $1,118 an hour. After 20 years, you're paying them $1,491 an hour. That's a pretty good payday. And I would imagine, if you said, hey, and for the $60, I'm going to get $17,000. Well, you're getting $7,000 more. You could just make arrangements with one of your family members to take care of this, pay them a good deal of money if that's what you wanted out of the extra coverage, and have that money go and benefit your family, not just go and benefit the insurance company. So we're not saying it's a bad program. We're just saying that, just pay attention to the math. And the math gets worse as we get older, right? So 10,000, you're older now. The price goes up every year you go older. Once you get approved, your pricing will never change within the policy. But at age 69 for our male, it's going to be 65. Lincoln Heritage is going to be 84. So that's, like here at age 60, you're overpaying 30%. Here you're overpaying 22%. So 10,000 here, you could get almost 13,000 for the same amount of money. So it depends on age and things like that. But you can kind of look at whatever age you are and compare it here and then run the numbers horizontally. Also online, some people have expressed, potential concerns or disadvantages of the Funeral Consumer Guardian Society. And if you want to read these, just pause it and read these. These are just things and concerns from folks on the internet that we found, and you may want to take a look at those as well. So let's move on to our fourth topic. Does Lincoln Heritage pay out in 24 hours? You'll hear and see occasionally an agent say that a policy pays within 24 hours. If we go to the Lincoln Heritage website, we'll see here that they talk about fast claims payment. They say Lincoln Heritage sends the money to your beneficiary as quickly as possible. It does not say within 24 hours. Then it says most claims are paid within 24 hours of claim approval. Most important word being most. Claims are, and then the second most important word is approval, right? It's got to be approved. So if you had somebody die yesterday and you're expecting to get money from the insurance company today, you're probably in for a rude awakening, because they're going to need at a minimum a death certificate and then some forms to fill out. And the death certificate takes a little bit of time. So if you hear somebody say that any insurance company is going to pay out in 24 hours, I would not trust that. If you look here, approved claims paid in 24 hours, and with other companies, benefits checks can take weeks or months to reach your family. This can happen. This is thing that can happen over here can exactly happen over here, because all the insurance companies are going to need to wait for some paperwork and documentation. And if it's within the 2 years, they can contest it just in case somebody lied on the request for coverage or the application form. So there's a whole bunch of things going on. And when you go to Lincoln Heritage website, remember this picture? It says approved claims paid in 24 hours. There's a big difference just switching these two words: claims approved in 24 hours or approved claims paid in 24 hours. So you got to be a smart consumer. And, I tell you what, if you're starting off an insurance relationship with an insurance agent, and from the very first contact, you're not getting the truth from them, you should not be dealing with that insurance agent. And, their website says it correct, but somehow somebody got this way wrong, and it's very misleading. Finally, our last topic for the day is, if you have a Lincoln Heritage plan, should you replace it? Boy, I would say, if you're looking at the savings over here and overpaying like 30%, if you just took out a Lincoln Heritage policy in the last 12 months or so, man, you should definitely check on it. There's a lot of savings, especially as time goes on. It really adds up. And in fact, if your policy is between 2 to 3 years old, it's still worth checking on that. Now, once your policy starts to get to be about 4 or 5 years, you can see that the pricing goes up, every year. And again, the pricing of your policy, once it's approved, does not go up. It's a fixed rate once you're approved. But if you delayed getting it for a year and then another year, the price is just going to climb before you get that rate lock in there. So after 4 or 5 years, a lot of times the price you're paying an inflated price. But let's take a look here. $60 right here at age 59, you could get all the way to 67 and you'd still be paying the same price. So we wouldn't recommend switching after year 7, but look there's even money to be saved in, 64, 65, 66. Whatever you do, just be smart about it. You want to have an agent that you trust that can show you the numbers exactly as I have. And you want to feel 100% confident that that insurance agent is doing the right thing for you, not just the right thing for them to make a commission. If you'd like some help with some final expense insurance, burial, cremation, funeral insurance, again, my name's Randy. I can be reached at funeralfunds.com. My direct number is 888-862-9456. You take care and have a nice day.